Hello, nerds. So let's talk about asciiadventure. This is part 3. What we're going to do here is we're going to add a new feature. Now, I'm showing you down here, this is my Git repo. I've created a separate branch called solution, which I'm committing to a private Git repo. So that means I can see it, but you can't. So the only way to, learn how to do all of the cool stuff I'm about to show you is to watch the video. So, see? I'm thinking. Okay, so let me just, let's see, CSC star CS, mono. Oh, I should probably explain something. CSC just means C# compiler. But when I say mono adventure to run it, so C# is a language. It's a Microsoft made the language, but it's still a programming language. And so because it's a programming language, that means it has like a grammar and a syntax and, whatever else. So other people can make compilers and runtime systems for that language. Microsoft didn't set it up in a way to make that illegal, and I actually don't know what the intellectual property on like a programming language would work, how that would work. I don't know that you really could. You might not be able to call it C#, so they don't. They call it mono. So anyway, mono is the sort of open source re-implementation of a runtime system for running C# code. So that's why I type it mono adventure.exe. And it's kind of interesting because it's an exe file. I mean, if I run the file command on it, I'll find out it's a, I don't know, whatever this is telling me. And so mono, I don't know how mono manages to run this. This looks like a Windows executable, like a Intel 80386 mono.NET assembly for MS Windows. I assume this might be bytecode, but it says it's an executable. I don't really know. Anyway, this is how I would run it. So I can run adventure.exe. And so there we go. And so remember, I can move around, la 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 la. And I've got these action keys. That's J, K, L, and I. And if I like action to the right, it'll say nope. If I action to things around me. But if I action into a wall, it says ouch. So that's actioning up and down. And then if oops, I ran into the treasure. Damn it, let me run that again. Go grab the treasure. No, that was stupid. Let me do it one more time. Okay, so I come down here. If I hit down, it'll say, see, look at that. Yay, we got the treasure. That's super cool. And then I hit Q to quit. So, looking really good. So what I want to do, just because I love Minecraft, I want to make those walls mineable, right? So the first time you do an action against a wall, it, starts to break a little bit and changes what it looks like. And then the second time you hit it, it, disappears. So, so basically what I'm going to do, I'll go in here to game objects and find wall. I'll add like another instance variable here. So I'll do like, I need to make it a property. How do I do properties again? I'll do something like public. Let's think. So, well, here's a good question. So I haven't done this at all, so I'm just sort of like making this up on the fly. So I got to figure out, how do I want to represent the health of a wall? What are the different ways I could do that? Well, I could make it an integer, and when it gets down to 0, the wall's disappeared. I could make it an enum. Probably an integer's fine. So we'll do public int health. No, health. And I want to have get to be public, and set I want to make protected set. Because I don't want people to just go in and like, well, no, that's not true. I do want people, how is the health going to change? Yeah, I'll make it private. Well, protected is fine. I don't think I'm going to have subclasses of walls. Oh, no, that's a great idea. What am I doing? Ha, no. Well, yeah. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Watch this. Class breakable wall extends wall. Ha, see what I did there? So I have wall, which is just the wall that we had before, which can't be broken. So that's going to show up as an equal sign. But I'll have a breakable wall, which won't be an equal sign. I'll make it something else. I'm running out of ASCII symbols. I don't know. I'll figure something out. So I'll plop this in, health. So the walls have a health. And then I got to do my public breakable wall, and I need to know in row, in column, whoops, screen, whoops, and then I want to call my base constructor for row, column, I'll pick a symbol in a second, screen, and I am going to have, I'll just say health equal, I don't know, 2, I guess. So your health starts at 2, you hit it once, it goes down to 1, you hit it again, it goes to 0, and then the wall just disappears. I need a comma there, don't I? My phone just binged off. What was that? Nothing that I'm going to worry about. Good. I probably shouldn't bring my phone. It's like, I probably shouldn't bring my phone with me when I'm recording videos. You can't hear this right now because I'm going to fix the sound, but I've got the air conditioner blowing over here, and I've got a fan blowing over here, so there's like tons of background noise, so you may not necessarily be able to hear very much. But I figured out in iMovie how to do sound editing. That sounds very sophisticated. There's 2 buttons you click, and you can like boost the sound and filter out a steady droning background noise like these fans, which is great. Okay, so I got to figure out what symbol we want to start with. You know, it actually doesn't matter. Believe it or not, I can leave this as just an empty string. And here's why. Because I'm going to override public override string. No, not toString. String. Oh, this is weird. Okay, okay, let me back up a second. Here's what I want to do. I want to override the get method for token. And the reason I want to do that is I want to be able to give different tokens based on the health of the wall. So my plan would be like, you know, a wall will initially be, I don't know, well, I already used the equal sign like a dummy, so I'm running out of ASCII symbols. A breakable wall starts like this. When you mine it once, it gets like that, and then it disappears. No, that's stupid. How about this? That's a breakable wall, and if you mine it once, it looks like this because it's all smashed up, and then it disappears. Right? So I want to override the token method. Here's the problem. Can I? That's up here in game object. We've got the token. Yeah, this is a property. Huh, that's interesting. Oh, and I'm going to have tons of, okay, so what do I want to do for this? I want to do, okay, C# override property. An overriding property declaration must specify exactly the same access modifier, type, and name as the inherited property, and the overridden property must be virtual, abstract, or override. Okay. So, shape, blah-de-blah. A square is a shape, which has... Wow, this is cool. This is a lambda. I should use more lambdas in my life. I think it's a lambda. Maybe it's not a lambda. What is this? Huh. Huh. This is cool. I gotta look up what that is. C# operator in a constructor. I'm just gonna open this up and search for it. I think it's a lambda. Come on. No, that's useless. Well, no, I'll deal. I bet it's a lambda. I don't know. It's, or maybe it's some special syntax for one-line methods. I have no idea. Huh. I don't know. This is interesting. Huh. Well, let's try some things. So it's going to be like this, except that I'm going to like stick a bunch of things in here. Okay, that's cool. Oh, and then it says this has to be declared virtual. I think that in order to have it be overridable, so I think I need to make it public virtual string. The virtual means that it's allowed to be overridden. That means it's doing dynamic dispatch. Dynamic dispatch is this trick where you have a reference of type shape and you call get area. Well, reference is just an interface. So the get area method is actually a virtual method. We don't really know what kind of shape points to. It could be a square, it could be a triangle, it could be a circle, it could be a rectangle, and it's going to get the get area method of the correct runtime type. That's called virtual method dispatch or dynamic dispatch. So that's why we have to put the word virtual in here. I'm pretty sure that's why that's what that means. So so we added health. Let's plop this in. Public override string token get protected. And so I think for this I have to give a method body. Well, let's look up. Okay, C# property get method body. Can I have a method body? Expression. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Let's open up a ton of stuff and see what happens. Expression bodied members. Expression bodied definitions like provide a members implementation very concise. Okay, that's what this syntax is. That's called an expression bodied member. Okay. That's actually really cool. Huh. That's really cool. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That looks kind of BA. Read-only properties. Properties. Okay. Huh. This is cool. I mean, we're not doing it this way, but this is defining a property, but it's actually, and it's using this, what was it called? Expression bodied member to, sort of call back and use a private variable. We could do that, but we're not doing that. We're letting C# sort of figure that out for us. Yeah, this is kind of what we're looking for. So obviously this has this extra special value thing. I think, well, that's not really one of properties. Okay, yeah, okay, see, I can do stuff like this. I absolutely can do stuff like this. See, I knew I could. Okay, good. Yeah, look at this. All right, good. If health equal 2, return this, else if, health equal 1, return this, I guess another way I could do it would be to go from this to this. That doesn't really seem to make enough of a difference. This to this. This? This? No, I'm already using pluses. There we go. That's been hit, and then it'll break on the next hit. Or something. I don't know. Oh, this looks kind of broken. That? We'll stick with, no, that's weird. We'll stick with that. Oh, I guess we could do this. That looks kind of smashed up. Single quote? Quote? I don't know. We'll go with this. And we can always change it. And then I need to return something in here. So I think what I'm going to do this should never happen. So if health gets to 0, we should just remove the wall completely. So what I'll do here is I won't make it an else. I'll make it just a throw new. I want to throw some kind of exception like illegal, invalid. Oh, look at all this. Well, you know what? Let's look up. Okay, C# equivalent illegal state exception. See, illegal state exceptions I throw all the time in Java. Invalid operation exception. Good. Let's go with that. I don't think I need the system in there. I think that cannot be there. If health of breakable wall gets below 1, we should remove wall or something. Okay, good. And then set still has to be protected internal to be able to set the token. I guess that makes sense. So hopefully that override worked. And we have the health. This probably also needs to be protected internal. What is that complaining about? Probably that's fine, maybe. I don't know. Did I spell internal wrong? Protected internal. Protected in... Oh, yeah, there's an N. Huh, what do you know? Internal's not a word. Iteral? Integral? Okay, we got that. What else we got? What else we got? Okay, good. Well, that's great. We have a breakable wall. So now we're going to go back to our good old adventure, our little main thingamajig here, and let's make these walls breakable. And let's just test that much of it. We'll recompile everything. Token.set must declare a body because it is not marked abstract, extern, or partial. Huh. Okay. Here's what's happening. I've never made properties except like Okay. Let's look for the word override in here. No. Override. That's overriding toString. This is overriding toString. Okay, that's fine that we can override toString, but I want to override... Okay, how about this? C#, oh, yeah, override property. How do I do that? This is not helping me. Overriding fields or properties. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Come on, Stack Overflow. Get me the information I need. Abstract class father, abstract public, int, my int, blah, blah, blah. Right, good. Son extends father, public override int, my int, get, and set. Yeah. What? Let's just look at the answers. Get, apply, blah, 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 get, apply, blah, 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 blah. All right. What are they asking? I have an abstract. This is more complicated than I want. I just want to know the mechanics of doing it. It's not abstract. It's virtual, which means I can override it. Set. Well, how about, What if I don't, what did I complain? Token, set, what if I just don't override this? What happens then? Wall does not, hey, that's a good sign. Wall does not contain a constructor that takes 4 arguments. Oh, right, because wall doesn't need that. Wait, what are you doing? Yeah, that was the whole thing. Wait, no, hold on. That was right. Right. Wall only has these 3. So my my base call here is wrong. I don't need a string here. Let me explain what I'm doing. So because I'm overriding wall and making this breakable wall, here's what's, and I'm like, setting a health and whatever. Here's my constructor, but I'm making my base constructor call. Well, who's my base constructor at this point? Well, it's wall, not game object. Game object is my base constructor, like my grandfather or whatever. So wall only has 3 parameters of constructor, and it sort of fills this in for the base constructor call. So I don't need that extra parameter there. Let's see what we got. Hot damn, that worked. Okay, so note to self, you can do, basically I can do this. So I've created a token getter, and I've overridden just get, and I didn't override set. I hope. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's test that much of it. Monoadventure.exe. Great. Okay. What am I? What did I? Oh yeah, look, the walls look different now. Great. Actually, these do look better as like vertical walls. Like these look fine as horizontal walls, and these actually look better as vertical walls than the equals did. So maybe I should have vertical and horizontal walls. Oh, I could do that. Those could be 2 subclasses. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, this is good. Now, what I'm going to do here in Adventure, I have this like menu thing. This is a little sloppy because this is just like naked code inside a while loop. So like all of these movements like tell the player to move. But in a way, like I could potentially take this menu processing code and like stick it inside player somehow. Since only the player, like the player thing, the little @ sign, that's what the player controls. And so, I could push all that into the player class up here somehow. I don't know. I haven't thought of the right way to do that. Then, I mean, I could just sort of make like process command a method, like stick all this in there as a method maybe. But there's interactions, like I need to get a message out of it and whatever else. And I need to be able to do things like I'm envisioning if I do inventory, if I hit V to do my inventory, I don't necessarily want checking my inventory to be the same as a movement. So like if the monsters are moving around, I might want to check my inventory, but I don't want to like check my inventory be a move and then let the monster move. So I could do something like put a continue in here where, it doesn't go down here and redraw everything, right? It just sort of like jumps back to the top of the loop, which reads another input character, right? So, I mean, maybe that's kind of what I would like to do. So that's a thing that I can do, and I can also break this loop and kind of end the thing. If I push this functionality into the player, it's a little messy to do that. If I try to make this a function, it's messy to do that. So I'm sort of stuck with this like weird, I don't want to say weird, but this somewhat inelegant while loop. Some of the fixes are obvious. Like if I'm going to have a list of mobs, this absolutely should be an instance variable, not a local variable. Player should be an instance variable, and so on. But anyway, that's just some random notes. So I do have these placeholders here for actions. So what I'm going to do with this action, what do I want to do? So if I do an action in a direction that's a wall, and it's a breakable wall, what do I want to do? Oh, well, this is weird. I designed this better than I realized. I have an action method in player. I don't know, let's go look at that. Oh yeah, of course I do. Duh. And this is where I have like, if it's not in bounds, just say nope. If it's null, just say negative, because you can't do an action against nothing. Otherwise, interacting with an object, well, we know other at this point is something. So if it's treasure, delete the treasure and do whatever. This is what we'll do. If other is a breakable wall, then now we sort of do the health check. So we're going to say if, let's do it this way, if other dot health, oh, I need to do a downcast. And And the reason I have to do a downcast is I need to call methods on breakable wall that I can't call on game object. So this is sloppy, what I'm doing here. This is in Java, so this is in C#, which is basically saying, like, is this instance of this type? So what goes over here is like a class, and what goes over here is a variable. This is sloppy. Probably what I want to do is come up with some, like, interact method where I can say, like, player is interacting with this object, do the interaction. Kind of that's what this method does. It's telling me a direction, and then I'm using the screen to sort of like get the object that's there and then do stuff to it. So in a way, that's what this is doing, but it's sort of a little bit sloppy because, yeah, because like I have to go in and check the instance of everything. There's probably a way to do this just using polymorphism better, but I'm tired. It's like already after 10, and I've been up with the baby today, and I'm very tired. So I'm just gonna do it this way. So I need to do the downcast. So I'm gonna do breakable wall B-dubs Buffalo Wild Wings equal, and I'll do the cast breakable wall of other. I think that's how you do cast in C#, but I don't actually know. I'm going to look it up. Cast in C#. Casting and type conversions. Yep, same as in Java. Okay, that's fine. Great. Good. Okay, breakable wall. And so I'm going to do, now I'll do if bw.health is 0, that means the wall is gone. So I need to be able to tell objects to delete. I'll say bw.delete. So I have that method. Else if bw.health, else, here we go, else, you know what, I'll do bw. Health. Yeah, okay, here's the trick. So this is a getter, that's fine. But do I really want this to be able to, like, set it? I probably don't. Right? I don't think that's what I want to do. So what I'm going to do, because that's sloppy to be able to call it set method, plus it's protected, so I probably can't. So what I'm going to do is I'll have a public method, public void mine. And mine, yeah, duh, yes. Okay, I figured it out. This is the method we use, and this does everything. So we'll say if health is 0, then this dot delete, just delete it. Otherwise, this dot health minus equal 1. Good. Now we go back here to adventure, and no, we go back here to player when it's doing an action. Yeah, we don't do any of this. This is all stupid. What was I thinking? We just do bw dot mine. We just mine it. Okay. All right. Get me those friggin' walls. Oh. Wait a minute. What happened? Oh, good. We got a crash. Shit. If health of breakable wall gets below 1, should remove wall. Oh. Interesting. Oh, this is cool AF. Oh, this is just... Oh. The reason the console gets all wonky, let me show you why that's happening. If you look at good old adventure, we have this print screen method. So if we go up and look at print screen, which is here, we've got the screen, we've got the message, we've got the menu, and the first thing I'm doing is console.clear. That's why it looks like I have animation. I don't really. I'm just relying on the fact that if I clear the screen and redraw it, but with the, one of the strings in a different place, it'll just happen fast enough that you won't notice the difference. If we didn't have that, it would just keep printing, so I just have that console clear. So when you clear the console, that's when you get artifacts like this. Like I was running R earlier to like look at, like, can you divide 84 by 3 evenly? Turns out you can. I was like, no, you can't. It's 27. No, it turns out it's like 27 point something. It's in fact exactly 28, which I had to figure out by using a calculator because apparently I can't do math in my head anymore. Okay, so we're saying system.invalid operation. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me just give you some thoughts about the world of good old C#. So, I feel I'm doing a pretty respectable job, right? I'm doing the C# compiler. I'm compiling all the C# files. When I run it, I'm running it with mono. Life is great. But here I've got a crash, and so I'm getting a stack trace, just like you would in Java. Except, look at this. If health of breakable wall gets below 1, should remove wall. Like, I kind of know where that exception is, so I'll be able to go find it, because I just remember writing this. Like this is system.invalid operate. Like, I'm generating this exception. But here's the thing. I want to see the stack trace. Okay, breakable wall, get token, bleh. What is this? Why don't I have a line number? Why do I have, like, weird hexadecimal stuff? Does this help me? No. What I actually need is the line number. But the default, for whatever reason, of the C# compiler is not to include line numbers. Now, why? Because it's not a novice-friendly language. Probably, which isn't a pejorative, like that's not to pick on C#. Almost certainly the reason it's doing this is if you create executables that have line number information in them, that makes them bigger and potentially a little bit slower to run, and also it provides, like, for hackers, extra context about what's happening where. If you strip out all the line number information, it's probably faster, and it's probably a little bit more secure in that it's harder for somebody just looking at the code to figure out, but it's also harder for the runtime system. So in Java, the default is to put the line number information in. It's called a line number map. And then you can compile Java and tell it not to have it in there. But you have to explicitly say that the default is for it to be in there. C# is exactly the opposite. I've run into this before. So C# mono line numbers. So let's see if that comes up. How to force mono to display line numbers in a stack trace. See, I'm not the only person that had this. 2 years and 2 months ago, somebody had this. Run mono -- debug. Okay, let's try that. Mono -- debug. What? Mono. Okay. Mono -- debug. What did I do to make it crash? Oh, I went over here and I started hitting this. Right. Do we have line numbers? No, because we didn't compile with line numbers. So I have to recompile it to get the line numbers. What did these people say? Well, this is way more crap than we need to know. Mono debug, no compact sequence points. This is useless. That's not what I wanted at all. It's not mono. That's the problem, is it's not mono. It's actually CSC. So let's try that. CSC line numbers. Is there a compile time access to line? No. Let's do this. C# compile with line number map. Line number, yeah, okay. Well, no, that might be, what? No, this, I don't want to read any. I'm already unhappy looking at this, and it's 10 years old. Nope, that's not what I want. Show, yeah, good. This is pretty friggin' basic. Oh my god. Right. Just tell me. What? Why does this look... This is... How? I'm angry. I'm angry looking at this. This makes me angry. I can't handle it. Okay, maybe map generate C# compile with line number. Right. How about that? No, not line numbers for the code. Oh my god. Why is this so hard? Okay, another way to do it. CSC-help. No. CSC-help. Ha! There we go. Okay, CSC-help. Pipe that through grep line. Ha! Error end location. Output line. No. What? Really? Okay, so it's either -help or -help. This is all the different command line options you can give the C# compiler. And you can see it, instead of having dashes, which is a standard Linux thing, it has these slashes, which is a standard Windows thing, which is irritating for everybody that doesn't use Windows, which is, you know, like all programmers that don't work at Microsoft. That's not entirely true, but it's kind of true. Source link info to what? Okay, let's try this. Pipe that through grep. Oh, and so grep. So what I'm doing with a pipe here, pipe means send the output of this command to some other command. So when I say pipe that to, grep line, what that's grep just means look through a text file or look through whatever input you give it, and find any lines that contain this in it. So like this has the word name in it. So if I say grep name, I get a bunch of things, including this last line. It's just showing me each line that has the word name in it somewhere. So it's like a really simple pattern match thing. This is like a grep source, maybe? And oh my god. Source link? What? This is horrible. I just want line numbers. For fuck's sake. I'm not even asking for anything difficult. Jesus. Path map? No. Just turn on... I mean, I don't even need this. I can fix the problem without it, but now I have to find it. You son of a turd. What is going on here? How is this even a thing? How are we, like, how is this a thing? Source link file, ref only. Rule set, error, like, just turn on your line numbers. Embed all source files in the PDB. I don't even know what a PDB is. I mean, it's the President's Daily Brief. I know that because that's been in the news a bunch this year. But I don't think C# generates the President's Daily Brief. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know. This is irritating. This is very irritating. Huh. Damn it. Damn it. Debugging mono. Thank God. Alright. Debugging with GDB. Huh. It's really mono that I need. LLDB. What? Manage locked deadlocks. How do I just... Okay, this is nice, except... Maybe it isn't... Well, okay. Mono... Okay. Mono dash help. How about... Mono dash help. There we go. Okay, good. Maybe mono is the one that can figure this out. Git map config verbose help version, runtime, optimize, security, attach LLVM, or no LLVM. Oh, different garbage collectors, architecture handlers. I don't even know what an AOT path is. God, I love being a nerd. This is so cool. Help. Okay, good. Help devel. Version, runtime. I'm not missing it, right? LLVM is super cool. I wish I could just spend some time just doing LLVM projects. I wish I just had time to work on projects. This is kind of a project. Okay, help-devel for developers. Compile method. Oh, wow. Oh, breakpoints. Oh, how cool. Single method, stats, inject, verify, LLVM only. Oh my god. Okay, mono, stack trace. Yeah, mono stack trace line number. See? See? I'm not the only person that's dealt with this. Okay, I'm just opening everything. Maybe this, I saw that one already, but, this is irritating AF. Okay, what do we got? No line numbers. Blah, 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 blah. No. No. Nope, 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 nope. Mono dash dash version. Okay. Nope. Debugging. Right. Okay, mono. What are we looking for? Stack trace. It just says you do dash dash debug, which I believe we tried to get stack traces with. Yeah, I did that. Did I miss it? Was this whole thing a waste of my life? Debug adventure.exe. Okay. Crash, you bastard. Honestly, this does not look like this is a line number. Great. But how does that help me with anything? The stuff in my own code, no line numbers. That's irritating. Unless this is the correct line number in hex. What is 2D in hex? That's like 32 plus 12 or 13? 45-ish, maybe? That can't be right, though. Well, I can convert it. Let's do this. R. 2D, so that would be 16 times 2 plus D is what? A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13. Yeah. 45. Okay. Let's see if it is line 45. Wait, hold on. 2D, breakable wall, asciiadventure, breakable wall, get token. What file is it in? This is an interesting thing about the way I've structured things. It's saying in this package, or sorry, not package, in this namespace, in this class, this method, and then all this stuff. But because of the way I structured it, because I don't have each class in a separate file, I have multiple classes in the same file. This knows what class it's in, but it doesn't seem to know what file it's in, which is really interesting. Now this is giving me line numbers, but do I need to know what line in the console function crashed? That doesn't really help me. 2D, and it can't be line, so I know what file it would be. It would be game objects, but it's not line 45. It's much further down. Unless this was line 45. Yeah, it's definitely not line 45. Okay, well, I know where it is. It's this. So this... Okay, so the fact that this is happening at all... Why is this happening? This is happening because we're allowing the health to get to 0, which makes sense. Yeah, so somehow when we tell it to delete, it's not actually getting deleted. So what happens when we say delete? Screen of row column is null. So that means that the wall should be gone. So that means that we shouldn't actually draw it. We should delete. It should be whoop, null, and it should show up as empty. Right? That's what should be happening. All right. If the health gets below 1, should remove the wall. That's in the get method, which is in toString. So the fact that toString is calling get token of breakable wall, this is telling me that breakable wall is still in the grid. So did I not call delete? So down here, breakable wall. So if the health is 0, oh, I'm such an idiot. People watching this probably like saw that right away and they were like, Spacko, you're an idiot. Oh, God. Really? Really? This is what it's come to. I'm sitting in the attic. It's is that 83 degrees still? I'm sitting in the attic. It's 83 degrees. I'm talking to myself. You know, and how long did I spend on this? And I spent most of the time just trying to get line numbers, which I'm still not satisfied that I have line numbers. Do you see line numbers in here? I don't see line numbers. The only line numbers I see are effing worthless. Maybe this is just an artifact of how I did it because I put multiple but like, who cares? Like C#, like, figure out what file it's in and tell me that line number. Like, this is probably, I don't know, this weird thingamajig here is, I don't know what this is. My guess is that this is some crazy hash that represents the namespace, the namespace that I'm in, the asciiadventure namespace, because it looks to be the same across both of these, even though these are two different classes and different files. So maybe like the way I've structured it, it doesn't know line numbers at all, but that still seems really sketchy. So, you know, thank you, C# for giving me these line numbers, you turd. Okay, so, well, I don't even know if this fixed the problem, but I'm pretty sure it did. So let's, oh, Christ, CSC star CS, good. Can I do like /debug on this? No. Can I do /debug? No. I would do /debug. Can I do, oh, you know what? CSC //debug. Oh my God. If this, oh, but now it's not going to crash. Okay, well, okay, sorry. I should explain what's happening. So, okay, let me do this. CSC --help. No, it's just -help? Yeah. Notice that all of these have this kind of slash because it's a Windows thing, but you can't use that kind of slash in Linux because this kind of slash means like a path. So if I do like /users, you know, ls/users, you know, that's my users folder, right? So, you know, that's not what's going on. So if I want to do CSC /debug, I need to escape this character, and the way you escape it is with the other slash. So the reason that Windows uses this slash is that that's their slash that separates paths, right? So when you see C:/ you know, Windows, C:/, you know, whatever it is, right? that's this slash. Now, of course, in the Linux world, and by the Linux world I mean Linux, Macs, all Unix machines, and basically all of computing other than Windows, this is the backslash. It's an escape character. And so I put this in there to escape it, and now when I do *cs, right, it understood that I meant /debug. I didn't see /debug in here, or if I did, I don't remember what it did. So what I'm going to do, just to see if this has line numbers, is I'm going to go back in here and do the stupid-ass thing I had done before, put this here, CSC, yeah, I'm going to redo this, and then I'm going to mono. For this, I think we decided it was --debug, adventure.exe. Yeah, okay, good. Now I'm going to go crash myself. Do we have line numbers? Yeah, we have line numbers now. Motherfucker, we have line numbers now. Huh. I have to edit that out. God damn it. Huh. Okay, well, problem solved. I should write that down somewhere. So I need to do... Yeah, I need to do... Okay, so I need to do /debug in this stupid-ass way because of Windows, even though I'm not on Windows, I'm on a Mac, to command line compile. Then when I... Okay, but let's test another thing, though. What if I run it without that and crash it? See, I'm collecting data. Do we still get it? No, we don't. So I need both of them. I need to do the / or / whatever it is, debug when I compile, and I need to do -debug when I run. And the reason mono like does things the normal way and does like, was it -debug or --debug, is mono is the sort of open source implementation of a C# runtime. So, it can obviously do whatever it wants. And so it's using, dashes instead of the slashes, which is the Linux way to do things. Okay, so, but in the meantime, let's fix this, and we'll do, and I'll still keep doing it this way. Really? We're not gonna like --debug. I should explain one other thing. Like, one of the ways I'm able to get through commands, I'm using my up arrow. So command prompts have this thing where if you do up on the up arrow on your arrow keys, you go through previous commands, and if you go down, you sort of go back through commands. It's a really quick way to do things. Okay, so let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. And it still says ouch. Still says nope. Still says negative. But yeah, I can mine stuff. Oh, that's so friggin' cool. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I loved this. Oh, this was fun. Okay, well, okay, nerds. I think I'm going to wrap up because it's almost 11, and I guess if I post this video, you'll all know that I'm, like, not very good at this. Oh, well. Listen, look how good at this I am. Not very. So, look, you could eventually be like me. I don't know if that's a good thing. Maybe it's not. Oh, one other thing I should mention. So it was really easy to find my error by putting this exception in there, right? I knew that this is what was failing. Anytime you get to a situation that you shouldn't possibly be able to get in, and you're like, if my code should never get there, and if my code does get there, we are effed, throw an exception. Crash the program. I know, like, when you're learning to program in, your intro classes, when you get a crash, it's really bad because that means, like, I did something wrong. Like I'm string index out of bounds or array index out of bounds or something like that, and you're like, null pointer exception, like, I did something wrong. When you start building your own software and sort of designing things yourselves, it's not like that anymore. You're building the code that other people, possibly you, but that users are using. And so what you want to do is crash it, right? You want to go ahead and crash your program. I know it sounds really weird, but, if you ever have a position, a situation where this should never be possible, if I ever get to this situation, I know it's bad, throw an exception and crash it. And if that exception ever happens, you know exactly what went wrong. That's really good. So crashing your program with a well understood error message is really good. A great example of this is, you know, suppose health, you know, we have this set method for health. I could do something like put some code in here and say, like, you know, if the value they're passing in is less than 0, you know, I'll use this fancy thing here. No, I can't. You know, throw, you know, illegal or invalid, whatever it was called, invalid, operation exception, blah, you know, else. Wow, that looks terrible. What did I do wrong here other than everything? Oh, the if is in a stupid place. The if really should be here. Yeah, and that should be there, and that should be there. And otherwise, I could say health. Oh, that's weird. How would I do this? Somehow I would have set equal value or something. There's some fancy syntax to say, like, value. See, I don't have, like, this is managing the private variable for me. I didn't make the private variable. So there's some fancy way to do this, to tell it what value to set. I don't feel like looking it up. You can look it up if you're interested. But, you know, I could put this in there. So, like, if somebody tries to give me a negative health, I immediately crash the program. And, you know, I wouldn't say blah. I would say, like, some description, you know, like, health can't be less than 0, you know, whatever. I'm not going to do any of that because I am lazy. But that's a thing that you can do. Okay, so let's see. CSC, boom, boom, debug, star CS. Good. And, let's see. Okay, right. Okay, and then mono, dash, dash. Let me just make sure it still works. Dash, dash, debug. I didn't, like, change anything and screw it up. Adventure, exe. Great. Boom, boom. Oh, I'm so good at this. I can mine my walls down now. But I can't mine these walls. Oh, I love it. Okay, cool. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. What branch am I on? I'm on the solution branch. So git diff dash dash name dash only. That tells me the names of files that have been changed with git. I actually have a little git, I don't know what it's called, like a shortcut or something, so I can actually just say git diff n just to get the names. Otherwise, if you do git diff, the default is to show you, like, not just that this file's been changed, but also what's been changed in it, which is not really everything that this is not really that much code. Like, these are all the changes to get this to work. I had to make this virtual, I had to add some of this stuff here, and then I had to put, you know, this method and then put some logic in. It's really not too bad. So let's try it again. Git diff n, git add adventure.cs, gameobjects.cs, and player.cs. So I'm adding these to the branch, and I'm going to say git commit-m added breakable walls, and then watch this, git push. Not going to push to origin. I'm going to push to solution, and I'm going to push this solution branch. So now I have this code in my local repo on a branch, and I have that branch, but only that branch, committed to a remote repo, which also has the master. And if I make changes to master, I merge them onto solution, but I never merge from solution to master. So the code you have doesn't have all of this. Not that I want you not to have it, but I want you to actually watch. I mean, there's parts of this video, let's face it, I don't want you to watch or anyone to ever speak of again. But, you know, I don't know, whatever. So now if I do git diff, I've got everything. Good. This was productive. See, we had fun. Okay, nerds, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for watching, and I need another catchphrase. Stay safe during COVID? No, that really dates this to 2020. Well, I hope it's just to 2020. I hope it doesn't go on longer than, you know, this year. Well, it's going to go into next year, but, like, you know, beyond. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll go on forever. I need a better catchphrase. Well, thank you, nerds. That's probably good. Okay, nerds. This is awesome. Keep coding. Oh, that's a good one. Let's practice it. Okay, nerds, thanks for watching and keep coding. That sounds pretty professional, right? You would think I know things. I don't, but you would think so.